Peace. It's me, Ferris Black, once again, man. I didn't know what to do with this video. No, I'm optimistic. I'm hopeful that the world changes, where we have Wi-Fi. If we could have frequencies like that go through the air, why can't we have electricity to power our things go through the air as well? Sometimes it's like we only think in limited capacities. Why should we have to Why should we have to stick things in the wall for electricity? We could get free energy. We could use the sun, or we could use magnets. You know, that's the type of future I want to go into. I don't want to go into a future where someone is controlling my life to the point where I have no say. You know? So let's watch this. He puts one together himself. He puts one together himself with magnets. Shit you could get from Home Depot and shit. Order on Amazon. You see this? See it spinning? See, we know where we live at. And this is what this guy does. He just shows these type of videos where he's making these. We have to start to look into different ideas of what these things are, what capable. We're too into political world instead of what is capable for our self-sustaining life. Like, look at these things. We live in an ecosystem. Energy, Everything you want can be self-sustained. Just have to know what you need in it in order for it to be sustainable. Solar panels on every
Less
building.
than 25 kilometers from downtown Dubai, in an area that was barren desert until a few years ago, exists a residential eco-experiment called the Sustainable City. The executive director of the Sea Institute, a sustainable living research center based in the city, believes that, like so many success stories, this one was born out of a desire for positive change.
The Sustainable City came from the global financial crisis 10 years ago, where we really realized we needed to come up with a different model which makes ecological and business sense at the same time.
And out of the desert, this oasis appeared, a bustling, thriving hub of like-minded families and small businesses.
We try to be as eco-friendly as possible, and we couldn't find a better home for us than Sustainable City. We try to bake small batches of everything, so we're constantly baking. We waste nothing, and it's always fresh. Same with our procurement of vegetables and fruits. We try to source locally. We try to source constantly, so we waste nothing.
The Sustainable City is at full occupancy with around 3,000 residents living in 500 villas and 89 apartments. Solar panels cover the roofs of homes, car parks and businesses, harnessing enough energy to make this a net zero community. In the Sustainable City, this community is consuming no more energy than it's creating.
Why do we think that we can't live in a self-sustaining city? Like, each community, each neighborhood could be a self-sustaining city. I don't understand why we don't think along these lines anymore. You know, maybe it was the educational system. I don't know.
This is an international model for high-quality, sustainable living. Dubai has just launched its 50-year charter, including the mandate for 10% of homes to be self-sufficient in terms of water, food and energy.
With this 50-year charter, one of the articles is to build a pool of self-sustained residences. And as such, we're looking at retrofitting the first batch of these villas.
I believe that the Dubai government is taking his role very seriously if it comes to sustainability. They don't only talk about it or marketing it, but they're actually putting money into becoming a more sustainable destination.
Why wouldn't you want your people to be free and live in a self-sustainable city? Why wouldn't you want that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I would think that that's something that people would want.
So that investment is in 500 kilometers of cycleways to be constructed by 2022. Half have already been completed, like this popular spot in Al Qudra.
It's awesome. I mean, getting out here in the mornings, watching the sun come up when you're out there, it's really, really cool.
Pretty lucky to have something like the track here at Al Qudra. It makes it a lot easier to sort of train, and I'm only local from here, so it's really easy actually.
Well, you come here, we have 140 kilometers of cycle track, no cars. Just, well, for the bikes, I mean, this is just fantastic. I think it's unique conditions. You do not find this in Europe.
Creative, sustainable projects and businesses are everywhere. Designer Alana Sorokin, for example, uses recycled ocean plastics in her swimwear label Joseph and Alexander.
Sustainable fashion is key in order to...
So yeah, man, this is where we need to be going. I don't understand the need to want to pay bills and pay people to live when it shouldn't be up to anybody else if they feed us or not, you know? It's a huge undertaking to think in a free fashion instead of how to get through life fashion. You know, being free is way different than being a worker or an employee or a slave. So, with that, man, I'm Furious Black.